Good morning, traders and investors. Dale Sigurd, Trader Boys. It's Friday. We got the markets down today. We'll see if we can actually get a retracement in this market. S&P's down 20, Nasdaq's down 50, Dow's down 160, and the Russell is down 12. The leader of the pack is again the Russell with the greatest weaknesses coming into play. This is the game changer right here. The US dollar is pushing higher, and that's going to have a huge impact. US dollar is the largest market and the most important market. Money coming into the bonds a little bit, coming out of oil, coming out of gold, because dollar is pushing up, gold is dropping here. The Tesla is still on a steam chart. I mean, over the $2,000 mark. That's absolutely insane and continuing to push higher. Now, if this market turns lower, you may see this drop, and it could drop significantly just on the retail fear coming into play. Apple was up much higher this morning and it started to turn. Amazon was positive just 5 minutes ago and it has turned. So if we get these guys here to turn, you're going to see a significant drop in that NASDAQ right there, and that would be phenomenal, healthy for the market. So that'd be great. You can see everything else is just basically a sea of red right here. But look at the Dow 30. You got two stocks that are positive, Apple and Pfizer, right? The largest and the smallest company. Everything else is in the red, right, indicating Dow is going to go lower. On the in the news, we've got not much happening today. Existing home sales coming out at 10 o'clock, and that is about it. Right? So that's about it. So 10 o'clock, existing home sales, and not much else happening there. Now this here is going to be the most important chart in the market, and that is the US dollar, and this is where the strength's coming in this market. So looking at this is a daily chart. Here's the US dollar. We have just gone above yesterday's high, full strength. Right? You may see a significant push in the US dollar here. We can get up into at least 93.70 without a problem at all. And that pushes up there. That will drop the markets. It's definitely going to drop gold. That's for sure. Definitely going to drop gold. Right, so if we look at the U.S. S&P 500, and the S&P 500, right, this is your 60-minute time frame. Here's that demand level. We dropped into this yesterday, and boom, straight up, right up into the highs of the market supply level. Okay, and now we've come all the way back down. So at this stage, we have a beautiful little supply level sitting right in here, and if the market can recover back up to here, which it should, you have an opportunity to get short the market right in here. So that'd be a great little play to the downside, and looking for a continuation of a couple days down to get a retracement in the market, and then we can look for some phenomenal buying opportunities. So 33.78 would be a great short area. This demand level is being taken out, so there's really nothing left in play there. On the Russell, on the daily time frame, the Russell is almost down to its daily demand. So expect us some support coming into play here. We may base before we can break down, and then we'll be coming down into the buyers down in here in the low area down here, which is right around 1460, there. On the NASDAQ, the big player here is kind of the powerhouse of the markets. Let's come out to the 60-minute time frame. We have demand we've just tagged right here. There's the demand level right there that we were just hitting, and now there's level on top of level on top of level through here. So there's a lot of demand underneath this right at this point in time. That's going to make it difficult to go down. Doesn't mean it cannot go down. This market needs to come into here. Hey, you've got supply sitting just above us, and that may be outplay right there. Now, if we can get this deeper into here, which it probably isn't going to happen this time around, come up to the 11,476. Then we can look for the short to break down. Now, at this point in time, taking this short is a higher risk transaction because we are in a solid and proven uptrend. The buyers are in still absolute control of this market at this point in time. Until we break the demand level or get below a pivot low, buyers are in control and we're still in the uptrend. So taking the short here, do not take big positions, and only take it if you're willing to lose on the transaction, right? Because we are still in a substantial, strong uptrend. Right, so up in the supply, look for the break, and then we can easily get down into these regions right in here. Right around 11,330. would be target on your day trading application there. Okay. On the VIX, the VIX is trying to move, is trying to launch. We need the markets to retrace if the VIX is going to launch. Right? Now, if that can take place, we can get some fear coming to the market, we can get some volatility coming to the market, and we can jump up into at least the 31, 32 area right here. And that'd be a nice little play on the VIX. You can buy little call options on the VIX. Very inexpensive, but they can make a lot of money. Right? Looking at oil, oil did this big move on the news there yesterday on the oil inventory report. Came down, smashed the demand level, and just rocketed straight back up. We never got up into the 43.27 like we suggested yesterday, but it did come down, smash this demand level right back up, and now we're retracing off there. So not too much we can do on the oil front right now. If you come down a smaller time frame, right at this 42.50 right here, there is a little supply level in there, and you could look for that as a play. We're in the sideways trend. So we're not trading with momentum in a downtrend. So it is a slightly higher risk trade, but you could look for that for just the 30-40 cent move right there. Looking at gold right here, gold is down into demand. We're expecting a little bit of support. I don't expect it to hold and continue up here after breaking below these lows. That is showing weakness and showing on the 60-minute time frame that we are in a downtrend. We now have lower lows here and lower highs here, because you can put the higher high in. So buying gold right here is not a recommendation. Supply right in here, we've taken this demand level out that we just pierced below it. So 1940, you can now look for the short, and you can look for that short down to 1893. So a nice little move there that we can take a stab at. Right? On the bonds are continuing to move higher on the daily time frame. We're coming into a little supply here. You can see the selling pressure off this candle right here. Right, so bonds can continue to go higher here. So you can look for an ETF to play on the bond market right there. And that's what we're looking at for the markets on this beautiful Friday morning, August 21st. Have a phenomenal weekend. We have a busy weekend in this household, and I'm super excited for it. We'll see you Monday morning.